Hi, Susan Jordan, interior designer for Andersens Carpets. That particular day we lost two vehicles and an Andersens van, and then we lost the showroom. So we were out of action, I suppose, for quite a few months with how we were dealing with things here, as in no showroom. The community towards Andersens itself, really supportive. I mean, people were dealing with their own grief and their own loss, and they were coming into a showroom that obviously wasn't functioning as a showroom, because on the Monday we did get wiped out here. Tuesday we did a mass clean-up. Wednesday we were operating again, and we were operating on dirt and wet floors and timber floors, and we had no phones, no faxes, no nothing, but generally they were really supportive. So we couldn't ask for any more. When the actual flood waters were rising and they got to about 1 metre high, we still thought that we were fairly safe inside the shop. And then we had about 9 guys holding huge boards up at the windows, and the front glass is 12mm safety glass, so we thought that would be fairly safe. And then one of the boys looked up and saw a 2-metre wave of water just coming towards us, and he yelled, "Run!" So obviously we ran. And we got out to the back deck and we thought, well, where do we go? I mean, Prescott Street was already, cars were being washed down, and so we had really nowhere to go. And then somebody remembered the warehouse, and it's about 20 foot up, there's an underlay rack, and it's a little ladder about so wide that we scampered up, and we sat up there like little cave bats in the dark for an hour and a half, wondering and waiting what was going to happen and how long it would be before the water subsided. It was, and there was 9 of us up there just like, we had no mobile reception, so we were just trying to figure out what was going on until we all climbed down and realised the devastation and the destruction. We ran for our lives. About waist deep, and I can't swim. I've always had a phobia of water from when I was about 5, when I almost ran back home in the UK. So you've never got me, my mother could never get me to learn how to swim, so I've never had anything to do with water. So I didn't know the velocity, the movement, how hard, how far it pushes. And so I've always had this big phobia of water. And then all of a sudden I'm amongst everyone, God, and my work colleagues had no idea that I actually had this phobia of water because I'd kept it hidden from them. And all of a sudden we're wading.
And what did it feel like wading through the water?
No thoughts at all, just to follow the other guys to make it to the ladder and climb up, and because we're in skirts and heels, and but then we made the mistake of dropping the doors down, thinking that would help, but all it did was make the water rise in the warehouse faster. So looking back in hindsight, there's lots of things that we're not going to do again. Is because dropping down the doors puts you in complete darkness and fills up the warehouse with water. So now we've got an actual, if it ever happens again, and some people say it won't, we've got a plan.
That's good.
Yeah, but no, and then somebody said to me not so long ago, did it cure your phobia of water? It's like, no, I don't think so. So just made it worse. So the Splashing Back campaign is a great campaign. It will give something, it will give people a visual to look at, a happy visual, a colourful visual, and it will hopefully, remind them that yes, we did all go through sad times and we all pulled together, and this will be hopefully, as I said, a happy reminder of that. I mean, we just lost a showroom and some cars, but people did lose more than that. They lost lives and their memories and of their childhoods and photos and baby memorabilia. So I think it'll be great for the community. I mean, it'll be a burst of colour, and it'll give people something to look at, and hopefully remember that yes, we all did come together. I mean, the whole community came together.